are going to give a little toast to their dad. So they each have a little something to say.
All right. Thanks for everybody coming, by the way. It's great to see everybody. A lot of great support. Obviously, it shows a lot about what everybody thinks about Randy and everything. And props to Lori who put this all together and pulled it off. It was a great surprise. A lot of stressful times in the office, and even today, talking to him about an hour ago, and he asked me all. Anyway, just want to thank everybody for coming out, and really awesome celebration for an amazing person. And anybody who knows me, I probably last about 30 seconds before I break down and cry, so I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet. But my brother, the one who is prepared, has great notes and a little bit more to offer. So, but just wanted to tell him that we love him so much, and he's an amazing person. We were laughing. I think somebody mentioned, will Lori, or will there be enough friends and enough people down in Sarasota if we have a surprise party down there? Don't you guys live in Chicago? And I thought about it, and everywhere he goes, he makes friends.
Right here.
So, all around the world. But anyway, I'm gonna pass it over to Eric, and I think we'll have a great celebration tonight. And thanks again for everybody coming. And cheers to Randy.
I made some notes, and I have to excuse myself. I'm terrible at giving speeches, so I'll just
Spanish.
try and I'll give it in Spanish. That'd be more comfortable for me. Yes. So I'll just try and be as long and boring as I possibly can. Well, Chris was kind of talking about Dad, and everybody here obviously knows him really well, and I think that everybody knows Randy, Dad, as the golfer, or Randy the musician, and different things like that. So I want to talk a little bit about what makes Dad my dad. Some things that are kind of special to me. So he's kind of, Chris was saying, he's got so many friends. He's kind of the easygoing, easy to get along with kind of person that molds himself to any kind of situation. I remember when he was coming to visit me in Argentina, he was asking me, well, what do people wear in Argentina? Can I wear shorts? He didn't want to look too much like an American tourist, which he did a really good job of, except with his Rick Steves backpack. gave him away slightly. And then, for example, when I moved to Spain, he took up sort of an avid interest in soccer, which I thought was really kind of cool. But he would talk to me about the English league, and as a Spaniard, I really couldn't care less about the English league. And the other thing that I thought was really cool, just we were talking the other night about some memories and things that we had, and I was thinking about Randy the musician taking me to my first concert, which was the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know if any of you know who they are, but it's sort of like a heavy rock. And I think we were in like the 10th row or something like that. We were really close, good seats. And after the concert, Dad said, that Billy Corgan, he's got great stage presence. I thought that was really funny. This big goth guy screaming in the microphone. He's got some stage presence. So then, of course, there's Dad the adventurer. I remember when I was younger, and even to this day, listening wide-eyed when he'd tell us stories about his times in Russia in the 1970s, which I thought was really fascinating, about taking a train and then having to have the train switch to a different gauge to go into Russia, being smuggled out to the outskirts of, I don't know if it was St. Petersburg or Moscow, to go talk, to speak English with some young Russians. I just thought that was the coolest thing. And then there were the stories about his internship working for a senator in Washington when Nixon was impeached, which again, just pretty awesome, I thought. And then it's sort of a special memory for me was one time when he was telling me about I think it was a Christmas Eve, we were debating if it was Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving, in Zagreb in Croatia, where he was in a train station and he had to have his dinner Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve dinner out of a vending machine in a cold Zagreb train station. And then, poor Randy. Oh, just a, oh, and I thought it was funny. I think I called you in that moment that I found myself one day in that exact same train station eating out of a vending machine that I think was probably from the exact same era. So I think we had that connection. So he also taught me, I think, inadvertently or not, for a love of languages. When I was younger, he always called me Brown Garçon in that terrible fake Southern accent. I don't know what that was. But when we go into the tub, he'd wash our hair, saying "Kapvashidin," and then of course with our grandmother, he would say things like "Taxaneka lila flika." Which, by the way, I was in a party with some Swedish girls in Barcelona the other day, and I said that, and apparently it's a huge insult. So that's just something to keep in mind. So he also taught us about culture. There were songs when we were children about living in a garbage can with paintings by Gauguin, which of course we just thought he was nuts and didn't know what he was talking about. Until he took me one day to the Art Institute of Chicago, and I saw paintings by Gauguin to my astonishment. Also, one of the things that I think is really wonderful is his self-restraint, which I was really, I think, shown in one pinnacle moment when I was finally, when he came to visit me in Europe. We rented a car and we were driving through the Swiss Alps, and finally he let me drive, which is not something that's normal for Dad. He doesn't let anybody drive. So finally let me drive. I said, "Dad, let me drive. Dad, let me drive." So I think, he let me drive. He showed his self-restraint. You could see it in his face and in his white knuckles. And, and really restraint until the moment that I took off the side view mirror of the car and mounted, to which he exclaimed the famous, "God damn it, Eric!" in the backseat. So, waiting that long, I think there was So, anyways, well, basically, through all this, kind of what I wanted to say, Dad, is that the parts of myself that I'm most proud of, I think, intentionally or intentionally, came from, these great shining qualities for my chameleon-like dad who can adapt to everything. I love you very much, and I'm so glad that I could be here to share this very well-deserved outpouring of love. So here's to you on your birthday.
7 years, and I think that I made more better friendships here in 7 years than I have in the 53 years prior. Now, maybe everybody's saying Charles thought but I really mean that. In our first night out here, we came out, and Dick Granger, who was he's passed away, but was the membership chairman at that time, took us out to play golf, and we had dinner one night. We were sitting over by the window all by ourselves, and all these other boisterous people are sitting on the other side of the dining room. Yeah, here. And and somebody came over and said, "Are we bothering you?" And we go, "No." And everybody came over and introduced themselves, and it just made us feel right at home. And the next day was the first day I played golf here, and they played this. I'd never heard of this, but they played this game called Sucker in the Bucket. And they go, "Oh, we got the new guy. He's a low handicapper, so you're the sucker on the first hole." And so we teed off, and I probably made a triple. So they went, "Oh, I don't know about this guy." But anyway, you all are very special to me. I love this club. I think that it's great. I had some of my fraternity brothers here tonight. Really, don't talk to them. Yeah, El Cavito. Somebody asked me, why don't you run for office? I said, I'm unelectable. Believe me. So anyway, they've got the dirt back there. So it's just great to see everybody. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of my life. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And my wife, too. That's where we got.